Hello guys, welcome back. Hopefully you are enjoying the summer. Today I'm gonna work on something else much easier than anything else I did so far. I'm gonna work on the sound system that I need for my cockpit simulator. Let's start. Today we are going to connect certain speakers to my cockpit, and I have two, let's say, output where the speaker can go on top. So you're not going to see the speaker, but you can hear from there, and that's typically the position where you find in the cockpit. I have here a simple. I purchased this is from Elegant. Elegant, I think is the name, how you say it, and it's a simple PC speaker. They are 10 watts total, 5 watts each, and I'm not sure what the impedance is by the moment. I don't really need to know because everything is already there. You just plug with the connector and it works. Doesn't need any external power supplies because it's powered by USB. I connect the USB just to show you the features, and what it does is basically it's a volume on and off button, potentiometer, and also has this cool feature where you can change the color as you want, and when you put music or a game, is actually flash according to the music in games. So it's a nice. For the price that I paid, I think they were like £19. It's very good. 10 watts in total maximum power output. It works very well. Don't expect when you are doing a cockpit to have 100 watts or 2000 watts of power speaker. You don't need that much. Actually, this, trust me, when you put it to the maximum volume, is actually too loud. I need to turn it down because it will be too much inside the cockpit. There is a lot of loud sounds going through, so this is more than enough. Now, what I'm gonna do, obviously, I don't wanna have all this case. I do have the space, but this is just ridiculous. I mean, if you remove this case, all you see probably is the speaker, which is very flat, and a small electronic circuit, which is power everything and the speaker and so forth. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get rid of all this. I'm gonna remove all the speakers. I'm gonna remove actually the circuit that does all this lighting. I don't need this. I don't need this sensor. I don't need the flashing lights. I don't need anything else. What I'm gonna keep is just the speaker, the electronic circuits, and also the potentiometer, which I need for the on and off, and also the volume, because I want to have the opportunity to control from my cockpit also the volume, just in case. So let's go and do it. Okay, so let's make some space. I know I'm messy, don't copy me, by the way, I'm too messy. Alright, so first thing I noticed, quite interesting. I don't know if you can see on the camera, maybe if I zoom a little bit, but just notice over here the wire probably was touching something and it's kind of melt when I was maybe using on my PC. I think that's poor. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do, just for security, I'm gonna put some sort of well, maybe cut and redo the connection, or put a little bit of heat shrink and make sure that everything get covered. Once I install in the cockpit, I don't want to have to go and redo everything. So that's very easy to fix. Let's zoom out a little bit. So what you can see, this is the speaker. Look how much space you already save, and this is actually, I don't know how much is it, but this should be, it's probably close to 8 centimeter in diameter. the area where I need to put the speaker, the holes are basically 8 centimeters, so this one will fit on top beautifully. Everything will be on top, so you don't see anything, and then from here the sound will come through the cockpit, and there will be one speaker on one side and the other one on top of the other pilot. Very good. So let's see what we have here. So obviously there's this electric parts. So first of all, I can get rid of this. This is the cable of the. There is a sensor there, so this cable already can go. I'm gonna disassemble later on. I'm gonna, instead of cutting, I wanna. Well, actually, why? Let's just do it. Okay. So that's gone. Now this one that you see here is, try to understand VDD ground. So I think this one is the one that give the color here. So there is the color going through behind, and also there is the color going through here. So this is attached with the glue, but this can be disconnected directly from this plug. Okay, so there is a plug that connects this cable, but the same plug is also used to connect the speaker. So I don't want to remove the plug. I need to just cut this through. So basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clear out all this. I'm gonna have only what I need. What I need is just the speaker and the electronic circuit where I can control the on and off button and the volume. And then I'm gonna test it and see if I've done correctly before clean up the second one. I'm gonna throw this away. And I'm gonna throw this away. Of course, I'm gonna keep the cabling, and all I need on my to work is these two. Both can be hidden behind the cockpit, on top of the cockpit. Sorry, this one will be on top. So I'm gonna disassemble everything. I'm gonna do the same on the second speaker there, and then we're gonna test it and see if I'm correct today. So as you can see, it's much, if I can zoom a little bit more, it's much simpler. What I cut the three here, I don't need them anymore. I also remove three cable here, which I don't need anymore. For the power, everything stayed the same. So I'm going to connect this to my laptop here, and I'm gonna test it and see if I can get the audio as I need it. And by the way, there are the impedance is 4 ohm. I can finally see, which means I need double the current than of 8 ohm impedance in order to have the same type of power output. Welcome back. We are now at the next side of my office. I connect the speaker and my little circuit here to the 5 volts USB, and I connect to my laptop the jack, so the sound is gonna come in from my laptop. I'm gonna start now a song. Let's see if it works. One thing, I do expect the sounds not to be as loud as usually is, because my laptop is a simple standard graphic card, sound card. The PC that I have downstairs has a proper sound card, which will give me a boost, will give me the correct output, and the sound is gonna be much higher. For the test here, I just wanna see if I'm correct and everything works and I didn't screw up anything, to be honest, because I've been cutting wires left and right. I'm sure I know what I'm doing, but let's test it. So volume is up, let's turn this on. Okay, so everything works. As expected, the sound is not the greatest, and hopefully something you could hear. Yeah, it works. So these two will be connected, and the real test, I'm gonna do a second test on the cockpit itself. I'm gonna connect everything and see how it works really with the startup of the engine and so forth. So I think that will be the real test. Now that will be the first part, because the second part will be to divide the sound. These two will be in the front. I'm gonna have the typical alarm sound, the typical cockpit sound, the environmental sound, but for the engine I want the engine to come from the back, because in a cockpit you should hear the engine from the back. So I'm gonna study how to divide that and perhaps connect other speakers on the back, and then the project will become a little bit larger and bigger. But for the moment, at least I have the sound coming into the cockpit when I start my engine and everything, so that should be cool. As a starting point, that's where we are. So I'm gonna go downstairs, install this, and I'll see you soon. In the cockpit, the sound will come from this and this one, just situated on top of the pilot seats. So the speaker will be mounted on top, nothing will be seen, everything will be hidden. The only thing is the potentiometer for the volume and turn off button. I'm thinking to put it here. Sorry, it's hard to see, but there will be something sticking out here where I can adjust the volume. I do have a little bit of control. I like to have the control within the cockpit, but still you don't see anything, so it doesn't remove the realism of the cockpit itself. Looking from the top of the cockpit, the idea, we have the two speakers, so one speaker will go over there, this one will go directly over here. So already prepare certain things here, how you call it. So as you can see, this will be installed, and I give a little bit of space because obviously the vibration, I don't want the vibration to touch here directly and create a little bit of noise or anything, so there will be space between, and it's perfect in terms of dimensions, so will be installed like that. And same for the other one over there. For the control of the volume and on-off button, this one will be with a little bit of hole, will be inserted here, will be all stuck, and the control will be come out from the side where I showed you before. So you're not gonna see it, but you can still have the control over it. It's time now to assemble a little bit of cabling here, make it nice and tidy, and then go for the testing. Welcome in the cockpit. I set up all the speakers, everything is being connected, so I turn on the APU. Let's start and see if I'm gonna hear much better than before. So first of all, I'm gonna try simple test. For example, the stall warning. No, actually no, the speed. Now you're gonna, I don't know if it's very easy to understand from there, but okay. So you can hear the actually going left and right the speaker, so that's amazing for prosumer. I think I need to turn off the com somehow, otherwise we're gonna be interrupted. So let's try the test for GPWS.
Glide slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. Sink rate. Don't sink. Too low terrain. Too low gear. Too low flaps. Bank angle. Bank angle.
Approaching minimums. Minimums. 1,000, 500, 400, 300, 200, 150, 40, 30, 20, 10.
So I put the knob over there that can turn off the speaker and also can adjust the volume. You're not gonna see anything now because I don't want to make the cockpit less realistic. However, I do have the ability to adjust the volume as I need without leaving the cockpit seat. How long to, I'm gonna start the motor, see, I wanna see how long this to, so 3 minutes to alignment. What else can we try? So let's try fasten no smoking. Interesting, no smoking and fast belt, they come from this speaker. I know, okay, they come from both, it's just that I can hear from here. What else can we test? Let's see. Now just to show you the volume I can adjust, let's reduce the volume a little bit. It's barely noticeable. And of course you can adjust the volume from Windows, from the main PC. I only have halfway, otherwise it will be too loud. Okay, so let's just turn off the motor. Let's see how this is gonna look like when we start. We'll start with the first one. I'm gonna put volume to the maximum. I'm gonna bring the camera here so you guys can hear as well. Okay. Okay, so I think let's start number 2, but I think I already spot a problem. So at the moment I'm hearing the right engine, but I can hear the right engine from the left speaker, and the left engine I was hearing from the right speaker. So I did a very silly mistake. I'm gonna turn down the volume so I can talk. Okay, the 2 engines are running. So, small mistake. The speaker had been mounted opposite, because the left engine should come from there and the right engine should come from this side. However, it's not a problem, and I'll tell you why. Because this is only for the moment being. In reality, the engine should not come from this speaker whatsoever. In a real plane, the engines are behind, so I want to hear the spooling off of the engine startup from the back. and especially when you close the door, you want to hear the little muffled sound, if you know what I mean. Definitely should not come from here. So I have to work on the software to split, but I also work on the hardware. From hardware point of view, the reason why I didn't split at the moment is because I'm waiting to put the rest of my cockpit on the back. There will be the CB panel, there will be the 2 observer seats and everything else. So once I have all that, I can also put speaker outside, and then I can work on the software to split. I want the engine to go for the back speakers and everything else, alarm and so on, to come from these 2 speakers. So I'm not too worried about at the moment. I'm not gonna touch them again. I wanna leave as it is, and then when I put the back speaker, then I actually see if any correction is needed. In fact, this is only half the project. There will be a second part of this project to have the full speaker from outside the cockpit, so you can simulate the engine. From me at the moment, it's all. I'm gonna take a break, so I'll see you in September, and then with new episode, new videos. I will see if I can finish one more video, and this will be the projection system before I go on holiday, but I don't have much time left before I go. So if I don't see you guys, please subscribe, leave any comments. Thank you so much for everybody, and I also follow your project, so I want to say hello to everybody there, and stay safe, have a cool summer if I don't hear or see from there, but I'll definitely be back in September for sure with new videos, new episode from ALPA Simulation. From me and the rest, ciao.